close your eyes. There's a thin line between the truth and lies. Watch it end from a distance, under the shadow of a bleeding night sky. Synthesize a paralyzed paradise. Think twice before you close your eyes. There's a thin line between the truth and lies. Watch it end from a distance, under the shadow of a bleeding night sky.
The truth has not been proved by this condition's true creator, and the justice manifested acts of God in human nature. Make an asteroid destroy life and still create a crater, but that's not the point. An asteroid is not an aviator. Flesh wielding a machine, this is a straight annihilator. Search and upgraded a calculated search and devastator. One of the solutions, state-sponsored therapy. We're given an aphrodisiac, creating an artificial empathy. Psychology and tricks are not a part of its mentality, and life is as relentless as a self-recharging battery. Rage has been ingested, infested, forbidden flattery, not to be trusted or tested. You're destined to meet with casualty. It suggests that we rest with the true humanity against this faculty of synchronized strife. So tranquilize the sanitized sickness with real life before you realize you can't see the artificial without a pair of real eyes.
And people that control the system can be corrupt, which has been proved. How do you know we aren't affected by technology we use? Have yet to see the side effects upon this generation. Development of tumors are spawned for radiation. The we as people put too much trust in proven science. Level as dollar signs in the bank accounts of tyrants. Trust is being abused to pursue the wrong ideals. Governments leave our freedom, but it's illegal for us to steal. We're living in a war zone with an invisible threat. Frequencies we can't see, viruses we can't detect. No doubt, we're all stressed, living caged and confused. When we get told to believe something that we don't know how to prove. So even in what you believe, none of us can really explain. One thing's for sure, that something's tampering with our brains. We can't be sure the frequencies aren't affecting what we believe if we can't remember the day that our bodies were conceived.
Telecommunication uses a brainwashing tool, is untouched by the law as the government's rule. A telephone tone signal of a fax machine means your brain's receiving text and propaganda in your dreams. Independent entities rewrite a book of tyrants, and a human engineer uses compression to keep it silent. A picturesque image of death desensitizes violence and make it virtually impossible to resist a corrupt alliance. These fascists stop at nothing to exploit their very own. They broadcast how we suffer, but the truth is rarely shown. Some people visualize corruption, the rest hallucinate while staring at the view of a liquid landscape. But quick does the flicker of light aid the eye, and the pupil retracts us to protect from going blind. Conduct their mind through power lines, these parasites control all you see and know so they can copyright your soul.
And your diet, your merchandise, a meal they splice with an addictive additive, adding a demon in your spice. You're better off knowing before you drink the water what's in it. You can become addicted in less than a few minutes. Let's say you need that fluoride to stop your teeth with disintegration. This brainwashing medication mixed with sanitization. Ask yourself if you truly know who the enemy is. A company makes a virus then comes out with the remedy fix. So when a virus like SARS is shown up on your screen, we spend money on the medicine that they make us think we need. Do you really know what's in this ingredients? Information the media is deceiving with to make you automatically start believing it. Good news reporters are reading it. Stop perceiving this fear as a common disease. Feel the freeze, freedom is fiction. We're all spoon-fed with addiction, radiated to death through our breath has lost conviction.
Psychotic minds combined with their plastic and metal spine will find so much corruption in an immaculate design. Right now this concept here might just seem to be ferocious. Just bear in mind I wasn't completely human when I wrote this. Time of the 2000s they call it subopsicosis. The mind doesn't die, the body just overdoses. Its brains to fit with data chips and out of defense kits. Its nervous system impulse hits with immensely fast wits. Robotic cops upholding the civilian protection. A maniac invention strapped to a futuristic weapon. Made with a goodwill but there will be no interception. Hate will manifest when its reality becomes a question. Sanity and rationality become a casualty. Relate to this machine straight, forget your animality. Now parents, friends and lovers decline to get left behind while you're embracing this machinery and ignoring humankind.
Whatever the expenses be, funding is spent recklessly to make us work as robots to repress our real identities. Global weaponry renders the paranoid suspensing me. Life is like a virus, but this gangrene's not infecting me. The tendency, lost in the system, the work sensibly. The susceptibility for media's propaganda's effects on me. So confused with this world like it's just not meant to be. Authorities will claim that there's something wrong with humanity. Political power to control is abused intentionally. Defensively bombing countries with no thought of integrity. Without no empathy, we all pollute the sky offensively. As if Earth was an enemy to survive this last century. It's out of control, humans are soon to be built chemically. The recipe for apocalypse increasing in intensity. Choose what you wanna believe, delete this from your memory. But your subconscious knows it will meet extinction eventually.
The aliens have landed, and they're now shapeshifters, and they're in charge of your government. The end of the age is upon us.